Hello, my cute, cuddly Cancers. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of June. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your likes and support on this channel. Cancer, you have moved way up from last month, so congratulations on that. And just a reminder that the top 3 videos with the most likes get a twin flame bonus, and they also get some discount codes for the extended. So if this resonates, please do hit that like button. All right, this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Cancer. We had be bold and make the first move in reverse. I also want to let you know that, like, when I tapped into your energy, I got all of this anxiety. So you might be dealing with a lot of anxious energy. I was also getting some, like, that you might be having some, like, gut issues. So make sure what you are eating is very healthy. Some, like, digestion issues, okay? Anyway, so we had be bold and make the first move in reverse is the cardinal moon. So this is telling me that there is some sort of decision and you are afraid of making the first move in regards to something, and we have to have faith in your dreams in reverse. So it looks like, you know, the reason why you may not want to be making the first move in regards to the situation is because you kind of don't have faith in what the outcome will be. It's like when you're playing it over in your mind, you like fail at whatever you're trying to do. And then we had it's time to take action in reverse, which is telling me that it might not actually be a time to take action, because of course, if you aren't believing in yourself in this, then you don't actually want to take action. And you might be even feeling like, okay, now is not the time for me to be bold and make the first move. Okay. We had Porygon Z coming out with Cyber Crush. So this is telling me that you might be communicating with someone that you have a crush on that is through cyberspace. So either through online communication or maybe through your phone, texting or something, but might not be an actual physical relationship. And then we had Trainer coming out using Eco Arm in reverse. So Trainer always indicates the other person. With Eco Arm in reverse, what I'm getting, because like, look how this arm's like reaching out, I have a feeling that this other person really doesn't reach out that much. It's possible that the way that communication is, the way that they extend themselves sort of like doesn't keep the energy in motion. Like, you know, the recycling symbol, how it's like, okay, this, you know what I mean? It's just like a constant flow. I feel like the way that they do reach out, it doesn't like flow, you know what I mean? And then it makes you feel like, okay, well, I shouldn't make the first move, sort of thing. I'm also getting that you might not like the way that they treat the environment. Like they might not be as connected to like the natural world as you would wish. Like maybe they don't care about littering, or like literally don't care about recycling or things like that. We had the 8 of Swords coming out, which is mental exhaustion. This is telling me that you're in some sort of cycle when it comes to your mind. And again, I was getting that your mental cycle is like, you know, every time you think about making the move, you're failing in some way. So, it feels like that's what the cycle is, but it is causing a lot of mental exhaustion. As you can see, like this person, there's a lot of like study material. A lot of it is like witchcraft and astrology related. And the astrology right now is exhausting, especially if you're not, you know, calling back your power and protecting yourself like on a daily basis, right? We have Pluto retrograding in Capricorn, which is 180 degrees of one of your placements, right? Cancer, if you're here, you're probably Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Cancer. You could be a Divine Feminine, but you know, that's 180 degrees from you, the retrograde that's happening in Capricorn, Pluto there, which, because it's your sister sign, right? It's always 180 degrees from you. And then of course we have Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, which is a very, very heavy retrograde. We also have Mercury retrograde in Gemini, which has to do all with the mind and things. So this can be a very exhausting time. I'm not really surprised to see this out here, but it is telling me that maybe you're not protecting your energy as, you know, as well as you could. And then we had Death in reverse come out. So this is some Scorpionic energy in reverse. This is telling me that either there has been an ending that you are not accepting, or you don't want to like it's had like a negative impact on you. It's very draining, or you're not really allowing something to end. You're not allowing something to die in order to have it rebirth. Because then in the shadow, we had the Eight of Earth come out, and this literally is the card of metamorphosis, which is that, you know, energetic alchemy that the Death card represents. So this is telling me in the shadow that you've kind of refused to go through some sort of metamorphosis. We had the One of Fire, so that is all about taking action, right? The One of Fire is like immediate action of going with your passions, of doing the thing, right? And then we had the Path, which is, you know, the solitary journey, right? This is like the Hermit, where you have to go inward, right? This is the path that you have to take by yourself. It's like the lonely road, you know, that you have to walk alone. And so it does look like there is some sort of shadow work here, but you're refusing some sort of metamorphosis, and it feels like taking action about being solitary on your path, because then what fell out right next to it was the Summerlands, which is the Fool in this deck, and Beltane, which is the Lovers. Okay, and the Summerlands, because it is the Fool, it's all about, you know, the newness and, you know, like taking a leap of faith and starting a new beginning. And particularly this is about love. So it feels like either you've been played a fool in love and, you know, you're kind of refusing some of the shadow work, or, you know, because you're on this sort of solitary path, you are, you know, like afraid of starting a new beginning in love. Okay. So that is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Cancer. This month, because we are in Gemini season, I am using my twin decks here, as you can see, and then we're going to use this deck as the general energy. So Gemini is all about the mind, or thoughts, right? It's all about, I heard like, all I have is negative thoughts, but like THOTS, you Cancer, that was funny. Okay, but yeah, so we're just going to see what's been on your mind. You know, where's your mind? What you've been thinking about. And then we are going to see in the extended what we can do to bring you peace of mind, you know, how we can further your healing journey. And then we will, of course, look into some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. But like I said, when I tapped into your energy, I was getting a lot of anxiety for you guys. So make sure that you are, you know, doing what you need to do in order to, you know, decrease the anxiety that you have. And it's funny, my happiness, and I don't know how they got under there, but all right, let's see, Cancer. What's going on for Cancer? Coming out stuck. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Yeah, I mean, these aren't particularly love readings, but in yours in the shadow, it did look like it did have to do, you know, with love. So it does look like a new romantic cycle is beginning for you. Well, that's exciting. Let's see what that's about. We have Duskull using sneaky placement. So this is telling me that this might be some sort of sneaky arrangement, sneaky situation. Duskull is a psychic type, so this is telling me there's a lot of third eye energy when it comes to the sneakiness. So I feel like your mind is kind of being sneaky in some regards. But because it is a ghost Pokemon, this is telling me this is a ghost of your past. So it looks like this isn't a new relationship, but a new romantic cycle begins in regards to ghost of your past. It says, it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. However, the chase is abandoned at sunrise. So I'm kind of getting two things for you. Like, one, you know how it's talking about it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. So I feel like this is someone who you were pursuing for, like, you know, a very, very long time. But it's talking about the chase being abandoned at sunrise. And that's the light energy. I feel like something has come to light for you guys, and you've decided, okay, I'm not chasing this anymore. And it feels like that's what the new cycle is. You're really restoring balance, and you're stuck in this energy of bringing balance, like the Libran scales, to it, of like, okay, I'm not chasing this anymore. And that might be why in the cleansing ceremony we saw, like, you're not going to be making the first move, because you've decided to stop chasing this. And I'm feeling there's going to be some energy here in the light coming out, because something came to light, which made you like, okay, I'm going to stop. One of Pentacles. Okay, it could be a money situation, but I feel like the physical offer that you were given just wasn't what it needed to be in order for you to keep like pursuing this or chasing this. Yeah, Chariot in reverse. You decided to just not move forward. This could have been someone who like refused to travel to see you or something. It's like what was offered as the One of Pentacles, which again may have been a monetary offer, may have been like a housing offer, or, you know, what they can offer you in the physical world in general, including their physical selves. You're like, heck no, I'm not going after that. Right? The Chariot card is literally your card, right? This is the Cancer card, and it does talk about, you know, having a family and moving forward in that way. So I'm getting that, you know, whatever was offered, it's like, no, what, I can't have a family with that, or I can't move forward with that. So you decided, no, I'm pumping on the brakes. But that sneaky placement, you know, this sneaky placement in the psychic, in your third eye, I feel like you still can't get it over out of your head, even though you've decided like, no. Let's see what's in the shadow here. Tell me more about that sneaky placement. Yeah, Mother of Water, but you're still emotionally nurturing this in some sort of way, right? The Maiden ushers in new, the Mother nurtures, and the Crone extinguishes, ends things. And this is telling me that you are still emotionally nurturing it. And it might be because, you know, sneakily there is still some, you know, it's still consuming your mind time. I'll put it that way. We have Mabon coming out in reverse, which is telling me that this is actually not balanced. And that's what's happening in the shadow. It's because, you know, you've refused to move forward physically, but in the shadow, you are still emotionally nurturing this. And that is what's causing the light and the shadow to be imbalanced, which is why you're stuck in this cycle of a new romantic cycle, right? It's like, okay, I'm ready for a new romantic cycle. Well, the new romantic cycle is you actually rejecting something. Woo! Book of Shadows in reverse. Sneaky placement. Sneaky placement. Indeed. So some of you, either you've been doing black magic or someone has been doing black magic on you. That is not necessarily, you know, it's not like, oh my God, black magic, right? Black magic is anytime someone is trying to will something against someone else's will. It's when you're trying to manipulate somebody else. Okay. And yeah, that's not great. So either you've been trying to manifest something or someone against their will. And it looks like, you know, that is over now. You are no longer bound to that energy. Or someone was doing that to you. It could be a mother figure or a Cancer, a fellow Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone like heavily in their chart. But yeah, that's, I'm going to ask for one more. Tell me more about that Book of Shadows in reverse. I feel like you, yeah, Maiden of Water, you broke a curse, basically. You've broken some curse, and that's what has brought this new romantic cycle, you know, afoot, is you saying like, you know what you've offered me is no longer, you know, enough. I'm not moving forward with that. I'm not going to chase something when you're just offering me that little bit. Yes, there is still a bit of an emotional nurturing energy, but that curse has been broken, and you're trying to usher in some sort of new emotion. You're trying to start a whole new emotional cycle here with the Maiden of Water. I'm getting that you've been innocent in this sense. But yeah, I mean, it feels like something that was done onto you rather than something that you did to another. Well, congratulations, Cancer. You broke that curse. And like, look how her hands are out. It's like, And, you know, Dolphin Spirit is very free, right? Dolphin Spirit represents, you know, no sexual inhibitions, no consciousness inhibitions or anything like that, right? Dolphins have interesting social lives. Definitely look up Dolphin Spirit. But yeah, it's telling me like you have completely broken a curse, and that is how you are able to start this new romantic cycle. But the new romantic cycle is actually you rejecting an offer that just isn't enough for you. It says you're very close to achieving your goal in reverse. So it does look like what you do want is still kind of far off. Like you've restored balance in some sort of way. Tell me more about that. A fiery climax approaches. Ooh, full moon in Aries. So for some of you, it actually might be a fiery climax. Excuse me, Cancer. But it looks like you, yeah, some goal you want to achieve, which will be quite the fiery climax, but it looks like there's still some work that needs to be put into it. Let's see. Okay. I feel like these are not supposed to be here. Well, you know what? Yes, they are. Okay. They wanted to come out pretty quickly. So I was like, oh, maybe not. But no, they do. All right. So we have Skitty using charm. So there is some sort of, again, this like charm involved. And I feel like, hold on. I'm going to, let's see. It says it shows its cute side by chasing its own tail until it gets dizzy. Yeah. So I feel like there's still, like, you've broken the curse, but there's still some like charming energy where you're still stuck in this cycle. And I feel like the goal that you're trying to achieve is to break it completely. Again, we do see that you're still emotionally nurturing this in some sort of way, even though you can't have a completely new emotional beginning. When it's talking about showing its cute side by chasing its tail, anytime, you know, it's about a tail, it has to do with the past. So the fact that Skitty is chasing its tail is telling me, you know, chasing the past over and over again. And it might be because you want to have some sort of fiery climax with someone that you've rejected, right? It's like, yeah, you still are emotionally nurturing them, even though you know, like, okay, I need to physically reject them now. I'm not chasing them, but you're still being like a mother to them in some sort of way, especially in the astrals and the 5D. And so, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is cute if I'm just kind of replaying this over and over again. It's talking about until it gets dizzy, and I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now, is that you're just going to keep doing this over and over again until you get dizzy, which is kind of the energy that we saw with the 8 of Swords, right? That emotional exhaustion, or that mental exhaustion, and probably emotional exhaustion too. But yeah, what I'm getting is that this person is very charming to you, right? Normal type means communication. They may be a Leo or have a cat or identify with cat spirit. We have Magmar using smog. So this is telling me that there is a clog in your root chakra, clarified by the fact that the root chakra is here. So, you know, your root chakra is everything that you're eating, everything you drink, right? Everything that you consume, your sleeping patterns, as well as your sense of safety, right? That is what influences your root chakra. And as I mentioned, I was getting that, like some, like, okay, yeah. It's some gut issues, some GI issues, okay? I was getting that when I first tapped into your energy, and I'm getting that even further. So please be careful about what you are consuming. Make sure that you are eating healthy, raw fruits and vegetables, because smog here is telling me that you're blocking your Kundalini, basically, which is why you're not close to achieving your goal, right? And your Kundalini is your potential creative force in order to manifest your desires. Okay. And also, you know, if your root chakra is clogged, it is also difficult to have a fiery climax. So yeah, let's see. It says found at the mouths of volcanoes and extremely hard to spot. There are very few instances when capturing this Pokemon. So I feel like this person, yeah, again, with fire type, they could be an Aries or a Leo for that matter. But yeah, it's talking about extremely hard to spot. So I feel like, again, this person might elude you. It's like hard to get a hold of them or hard to find them or something like that. And, you know, very few instances of capturing them. So I'm getting like, you know, you want to get this Magmar, right? But you can't, one, because smog, things are very unclear about the stability, about the sense of safety, or even the ability to root with them. And again, that might be, you know, apply to what they had to offer. But yeah, again, it's hard to catch whatever this is that you're trying to get. Okay. And you know, you're still ways off from your goal here. Okay. And that's not a bad thing, right? I do this monthly. So it's just saying whatever your goal is, it's probably not going to happen in June. Okay. So it looks like this is more of a long-term goal. Last month for Taurus season, I looked into what is your long-term goal. And for you guys, the Divine Masculine was definitely involved. So I do highly recommend that you check that out. But again, it's talking about being at the base of volcanoes, which definitely, you know, the explosive energy of volcanoes is very much like the fiery climax that Aries represents here. So yeah, this person might have a lot of Aries placements in their chart, especially because we had the new moon and the full moon in Aries pop out. So, and I'm getting that there's going to be a lot coming up because the full moon in Aries happens in Libra season when the new moon in Libra also happens. So I have a feeling Libra season this upcoming year is going to be pretty big for you. But anyway, all right, let's see. Tell us more about the light. What's the issue? We have the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Chalices. Yeah, I'm really getting what you are drinking is really influencing you. So you want to be drinking water. Water, 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 especially as a water sign. And I think I got that for your last message too. Be careful of drinking coffee and stuff that, you know, brown is not a color you want to be putting in your body, right? That's not good for your auric sphere. Okay. The 7 of Chalices is telling me that, you know, you have a lot of various things that you can get to. It looks like you haven't even really decided what you want other than maybe a person. And that's not right. If you're trying to manifest a person, that's, I mean, there's no judgment, but that's not necessarily the greatest goal that you could have, right? Because it looks like, you know, your path on how to get there hasn't been decided. You know, the 7 of Chalices does talk about, you know, emotional energy between a one-on-one relationship. It's a Libran energy. But as you can see, it's like, oh, what will I become? Maybe I'll be a doctor or a singer or a librarian or a stewardess or a teacher or whatever. You know what I mean? So she's, you know, daydreaming about what could possibly happen. And it feels like it's not really solidified what you actually want to do with your own life apart from this other person. With the 8 of Wands in reverse, it's telling me that your manifestations are changing. You're not trying to manifest the same thing over and over again. 8 of Wands is when you're consistently doing your magic in some sort of cycle where your manifestations are going to happen because, you know, you're repeating the same thing every day, right? Your mantra is the same. Your, you know, manifestation list or however you use your magic, right, is the same. But this is telling me it's not. And part of that is because, you know, you decided to stop chasing after something that was basically giving you nothing in return, is what I'm getting. So, yeah, it looks like you're, you know, a little far off from achieving your goal just for the mere sake that you're not even trying to manifest something over and over again. Things are very much up in the air, especially when it comes to maybe what you want to do as a career or where you see yourself in the future. Let's see, what's the shadow here? I heard, like, I've tried everything, but nothing really seems to satisfy me. With the 5 of Air, it looks like you're trying to, like, look for some sort of concrete thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know what I want to be, like, you know. So I need to find it through things like some sort of form of divination or something like that, right? Palmistry can tell you, you know, who you're going to marry and how long you're going to live and your lifeline, right? All those things. I actually don't know anything about palmistry, so don't quote me on that. But those are the kind of things that I would associate with palmistry, you know, things that are concrete, so to speak. So it looks like you're looking for something concrete in order to give you some sort of direction. Okay. 5 of Air is traditionally, you know, fighting words, is arguments, is, you know, using words in a way that can be troublesome or problematic. It also does indicate change, but it looks like the only way that you're going to change your mind is if you get some sort of like concrete data about things. Like you're trying to literally like, okay, tell me what my future should be so that I can go down it, is kind of what I'm getting. So yeah, you might be looking for information through things that have concrete data. And again, we saw astrology earlier, so you might be turning to that or possibly even palmistry. Okay, like I said in the extended, we're going to see what we can do with this energy in order to bring you peace of mind and further your healing journey. And then, of course, some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. But let's see what dragon would like to come and assist. Going right to the 5 of air, coming out stuck. We have the dark blue galactic dragon. Definitely, you know, this kind of dark blue energy that's here too. And look, he's got a bag. He's going to catch something. Helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Ignite the codes of your master blueprint. Access cosmic wisdom and enter higher service. Wow. So yeah, you are being asked to look into your like concrete code, basically. And the dark galactic blue dragon wants to help you listen to the voice of the universe and understand things like patterns, right? Pattern recognition, whether it's on our skin, whether it's in our genes, whether it's in our, you know, natal astrology code. Definitely check your, you know, your natal chart, especially I forgot to mention, apart from the retrogrades, we are in eclipse season. We just had that blood moon, that full blood moon eclipse that happened in Sagittarius, peaking at 5 degrees. And then we're going to have one in the new moon lunar eclipse in Gemini in less than 2 weeks. So lots of crazy energy going on. And it does look like you are being asked to listen to the voice of the universe. But first you have to have the ears to listen, right? Because you are being asked to ignite the codes of your master blueprint. And that's definitely this energy I get here. Okay. To access cosmic wisdom and enter higher service. So it looks like you are being asked to serve humanity in some higher way. Whew. Beautiful, Cancer. All right, let's find out more information about that in the extended. The link is in the description box below if you'd like to follow me there. I do also want to let you know my books are open for private readings. So please, if you are interested, feel free to reach out. All right, so I will see you in the extended. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!